Hi guys, this is Greg from Rancho Bible and this is my review of the Hoka Rocket X2 that you can see here in my hand. This is a super shoe, okay? So it's worth the hype, it lived up to the expectations. Hoka has been working on this for over a year and it is a huge update to the previous Rocket X. This is what I can call safely a super shoe. And Hoka hit the golden buzzer and put this shoe right up there with the best super shoes of 2023. I have no doubt about it. It took me some time to compile all the evidence to come here and tell you my views about this shoe, but here I am. And I will start by saying that this shoe weighs 210 grams in my size 42 and 2/3. The upper, okay, is made of a technical synthetic mesh, as you can see. It's not that breathable, there are no real holes, it's translucent, so if you wear green highlighter socks, the upper will turn green because it will be shown. It is gusseted, semi-gusseted. Can you see how it is made? It secures the foot, it wraps around the foot pretty well, okay? The heel is pretty lightweight, okay? You have two bumper pads on each side which secure your ankle down to the rest of the shoe. It is a good lockdown, okay? If you try this shoe, you will understand immediately what I'm talking about. The first time I wore this shoe, I immediately got the feel of a super shoe, of a shoe that's aggressive and wants to go forward. It has that early stage meta rocker that Hoka is well renowned for, okay? The laces are made of stretchy recyclable material and they are a very good level lace, okay? Because some laces of super shoes I really can't understand why they are not of a good level, but this on the other side is a very good lace, plus the eyelids and the tongue make up, those three elements make up for a very good lockdown. I personally, for the next time, for the next upgrade of this shoe, I would increase a bit more padding in the heel, okay? But having said that, the lockdown is very good, okay? Now let's talk about the midsole. We have 36mm to 31, having a 5mm drop, a pretty low drop for a super shoe, but there you have a high amount of PBA based midsole now, not EVA. Out with the EVA, in with the PBA. Well done Hoka for catching up with the other brands finally with this Rocket X2 here, okay? So that PBA foam is soft, responsive, lightweight and aggressive, and inside there you have a spoon shaped, okay, here you can see a spoon shaped carbon plate which is very stiff and aggressive, okay? This shoe wants to go fast and there is a lot of midsole under the mid to forefoot part where you land. There is not 40mm at the back, but this doesn't mean that where you land there is not the same amount of other super shoes, because you have 31, okay, which is a very high amount of PBA midsole where you need it. The outsole is made of Dura abrasion rubber, and as you can see, it's placed in strategic points where you land, and this shoe, yes, will last longer, I can safely say, than the average super shoe, because it has thick rubber and pretty much everywhere where you need it, okay? I want to say that this shoe is pretty stable. For a super shoe, it is more stable than many other super shoes for these elements. It has high walls on the lateral and medial side of the shoe. It has a cutout with a linear dimension that will keep your foot centralized, and it has a heel bevel too that will help you on first contact on the ground to keep that efficient ride going forward. I will do this exercise with you. I call it the pencil width test. I am going to show you how wide this shoe is in its narrowest part, and I will keep hold of the pencil. I will obviously get the Vaporfly 3 to show you the difference in width. So that is to show you that the Rocket X2 is inherently more stable than other super shoes. This is the Endorphin Elite. You can see that the Rocket X is wider. I can get the Metaspeed Edge of Essex, okay? Still, the Rocket X2 is wider. Then there is the Adizero Adios Pro 3, which is on the same level of width. Okay, so this is inherently stable as well. So those are all points that I wanted to show you, to share with you. Some work that I personally did on the width of the narrowest part. And this shoe is wider than the majority, if not the widest super shoe I ever had. And that makes it inherently more stable than other super shoes. Those were a lot of points that I wanted to share with you. I like this shoe. I took this shoe on different sessions. It wants to go fast. At slow paces, it's okay, but it's not made for that. As soon as you start hitting the ground, giving pressure, going forward, this shoe will help you a lot in that speed you want. It is perfect for a 5, 10K, even a half marathon. Maybe, in my opinion, as a marathon shoe, it is a bit too stiff, but that's why it's aggressive. You can see how aggressive it is, but maybe you might want another option for a full marathon. But having said that, for 5K, 10K, half marathon speeds, for interval sessions, for speed workouts, for track, this shoe hits all the buttons. That was my review of the Hoka Rocket X2. See you soon for more reviews.